But I mostly love the excitement. I like the challenges. I like the connections. The ability to see kids be able to stretch and learn, that's kind of the excitement for me. And just being a part of that school atmosphere, to be able to be a part of the environment of learning all day long, that's just what's exciting for me. I just love being in a school environment.
I just love the relationships that you can build. I think it's funny that you can have such deep, meaningful relationships with 6- and 7-year-olds every year. They really become part of your family and stay with you forever. So, and then getting to know their families and their siblings in years to come. It's just, I can't imagine any other job where you get to make that many new friends every year.
Learning about my students and developing relationships with them. I really like seniors, that's who I mainly teach, juniors also, but I just like getting to know who they are. And the other thing I really enjoy is seeing them develop. Teaching government, I like them developing critical thinking skills.
Being a teacher, I love the opportunity to develop a lot of relationships with students. I enjoy the time in our homerooms during our star periods where we get to have conversations with our students and to talk about life and to what's going on in their life. And that's the best part about being a teacher, is just becoming involved, becoming active and knowing what's going on in their life. And then along with that, the academic side of having an opportunity to teach students and for them to learn and to see growth in whatever content area you're teaching.
The can-do attitude in the school district, and that mentality is just across the board. There's such a growth mindset of everyone around. The families are so awesome to work with, the connections, the support, just that overall compassion and care all the way around. I never question that level in this district.
Well, I'm not originally from this area, which is unique that I've been here as long as I have been. I'm from a much more urban setting, but just fell in love with MOC-Floyd Valley because of the way that people care for each other. People really get to know you and know when you're going through any crisis, know when you need a little pep talk through the day, know the running jokes about you. And that's just a real special thing that I don't think everyone realizes unless you've been outside of this area.
I love teaching at MOC-Floyd Valley because of the relationships that I get to form with colleagues, with the staff in the middle school, from our custodial staff to our paraprofessionals and to the teachers on our team. Developing those relationships with people are very important and become special to me.
I love the size of our school. I've taught at a big school in California and I didn't get to know all of the students, so half the students in any one class, I wouldn't know who they were. Here, I get all of the seniors, I get to know them. They are known in this building. We work with a great staff. People are professional about their jobs and take their jobs seriously, and I really like that. And I think our students benefit from that. But it's a great learning community.
But now that we're back in person this year, it just made me realize how capable we are of adapting. I didn't know that we could do that, but we just have rolled with everything new, and just the kids don't care at all. I think that perspective has been huge for me, to see it from their eyes. They are so happy to be at school. They come in every day as if this is the best year they could have ever had. And that's just a real joy for me, because of course I'm comparing in my mind to how things could be or should be, but their perspective is just amazing, and it just helps me to think, yes, take what we have and it can be the best that it can be.
COVID has made teaching more difficult. I'm exhausted at the end of the day. I have 3 classes with students who are online live streaming with them, and I'm doing the others, and I always feel like the live streaming students are maybe missing out a little bit. It interferes a bit with the students having discussion because they're spaced apart, whatever, 8 feet from one another. So it's been a challenge, but I think there will be light at the end of the tunnel at some point.
Teaching during this time of COVID has presented its challenges, but has also allowed me to learn to explore different ways to teach, especially learning different new methods online and using different tools online, whether or not it's Google Classroom or different websites out there to help me teach literature or reading. It has definitely stretched me to think of different ways to reach students.
It's definitely given me a chance to prioritize and kind of reflect. There's so many things as an educator that we're responsible to do for academics and reaching the goals and state mandates, but honestly this year has been more about reflecting on what my priority is, and my priority is making sure kids feel happy. My priority is keeping my routines. I really feel like the COVID situation has allowed me to really focus on the simpler things. And I don't want to say I'm not doing the academic rigor, because that's obviously my goal, but relationship building, happiness for kids, routines, and normalcy. I think those are the biggest areas, the structure, and realizing and allowing kids to feel like they can come to a normal place.
I think there was just a general sense of, are we too far behind as we start this year after missing the spring last year? But I've been amazed at how we just keep coming every day and keep making progress every day. And that's just exciting. And we really don't know how far we can go, but I'm excited to see how much growth we can make.
You cannot replace those interactions. Yes, I can see kids on a remote computer screen. Yes, I can talk to them through an iPad, or I can do it through a message. But you cannot take away the power and the impact of having that face-to-face connections.
Well, my students already know that I tell them every day, try, try, try. That's my number one motto in my classroom, and I think it just applies to so much of your life. Nothing is easy. Nothing worthwhile is easy. But you have to try. You have to just be brave enough to try something.
Being a third grade teacher, it's pretty easy for me to keep it simple. Be happy. Find something every single day to be happy about, and always find a way to move forward.
To continually ask questions, engage with your teachers. They want to know and they want to help in any way possible. So during this time, whether or not it's COVID or at any time, even in the classroom, communicate with your teachers, ask them questions, because they really do want to help you.
There was a missionary down in Ecuador that was killed in the 50s, and he had a quote which was, wherever you are, be all there. And I've always really liked that quote, that I'm here at work, and when I'm here at work, I'm all here. And when I'm home with my wife, I'm all there, and I'm just in the present. I try not to be thinking about, well, I can't wait for summer, I can't wait for retirement, or I can't wait to be living in the moment, because you just don't know how many moments you're going to get.